Okay, here are the notes for systems of inequalities. I'd like you to go ahead and copy down this vocabulary and hit pause until you get it copied down. So a system of inequalities is two or more linear inequalities. The solution for the system of inequalities is the area on the graph that makes all inequalities true. That's also a feasible region, just like we have been doing in class so far. So go ahead and hit pause until you have this copied down, and then hit play when you're ready for example number 2. All right, example number 1. Solve the system of inequalities. So we have two inequalities here. The first one says y is greater than 4x minus 3. We're going to go ahead and graph both of these inequalities. So the first one here, we're going to plot our y-intercept of negative 3. Our slope is 4 over 1. So up 4 over 1. Up 4 over 1, and these are positive. And we're going to graph a dashed line. Now, this is a system, and so before we actually shade, we're going to use the arrow method that we've referenced in class. So this says y is greater than. If I plug in 0, 0, I'm asking myself, is 0 greater than negative 3? And it is, so 0, 0 is true. I would shade this side of the line where I'm drawing the arrows. The next inequality that we're going to graph says y is greater than negative 2x plus 3. My y-intercept is positive 3 this time, and my slope is negative 2 over 1. So I'm going to go up and to the left and down and to the right to create a negative slope. This line is going to be solid because it can be equal to. Shading for the second inequality here, I'm going to look and plug in 0, 0 again. Is 0 bigger than 3? 0 is not bigger than 3. So 0, 0 this time is false. So that's this whole side. So I'm going to shade the top side. And now this is a system. So I'm looking to see where the arrows are in common. And that is this region right here. And so that is your solution to your problem. Let's go ahead and look at example number 2 together. So in example number 2, it says y is less than negative 5x plus 3. And we're going to have a y-intercept of 3. And my slope's negative 5 over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1. And this will be a solid line. For shading, this says less 0. I'm testing 0, 0. Is 0 smaller than 3? It is. And so I would shade below. Next line says y is greater than 2. Okay, I have one variable, so I'm going to utilize hoi. Tells me that I'm going to draw a horizontal line, and it needs to be dashed. So at negative 2, I'm going to have a dashed line. Y is greater than negative 2. Is 0 bigger than negative 2? It is, so I'm going to shade the side of 0, 0, which is above. Once I have both arrows drawn, I'm looking to see where the arrows point in common, and that is this area right here. And so again, that is the solution for number 2. At this time, I want you to hit pause and look and see, attempt number 3 and number 4. When you are ready, hit play and you will see the answers. This is your solution for number 3. Notice we had solid and dashed lines, and this is where it was overlapping. If you have not attempted 4, go ahead and hit pause again and do so. When you are ready, hit play. These are the solutions for number 4. So 2 dashed lines this time, and this is the area of the shading. And we're going to finish up with the vocabulary that we talked about in last class. So I'd like you to go ahead and copy this down. When you're done, go ahead and start on your homework. Thank you.